All right. So here we are again for another session, for another stream. And today we have with us Biswa, who is my good friend. And he also my, how you say that, co-worker? No, he's my colleague. Colleague is the better word for it. Um, quite recently, I need to admit. Hey, Mitka, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, and David also already here. So today we are going to build, or at least showcase, and probably demo build an integration with Vercel. Um, a quick intro, kind of by me for Biso, and then he will also share a few words about himself, and then we will kind of dive right into it. And I want to remind everyone that the chat is always open. So this is the place to ask questions, to maybe help with ideas, with thoughts, with anything that you. It could be just anything. If you just want to say hi. And yeah, so Biswa was in the community quite for some time. I think Biswa, you are my first community moderator, right?
Yeah.
So Biswa was kind of the first person that I kind of saw. You can say in the crowd, and I just realized, oh, this person is really cool, and I want him on the community team. Hey, Pawan, welcome to the stream. Um, so I saw him, and we kind of started to chat, and he was helping a lot and was really active. And quite after some time, he just joined Novo kind of to our core team, and and this is really crazy. So yeah, Bispo, you just go first and introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about you. What is your background? And yeah.
Yes, sure. Thank you, Amin, for such kind words for me. So, hello everyone. I'm Biswajit Das from India, and I'm currently working as a software developer at Novo team. Just Emil mentioned, previously I was just a contributor at Novo, and then I became a moderator, and now I'm just a part of the core team. So it has been really amazing journey for me. So really excited. Yes.
Yeah. So again, he didn't want to. I believe he could just say more words, but that's fine. I mean, he's just really humble. I just like this guy, believe me, and everyone who knows Biswa know that he's an awesome person, an awesome support, and just everything. And all right, so what is the occasion, let's say that, for this stream? I personally really like streaming, and I just grab everyone I can to join me on stream. So on this chat alone, I have already 2 or 3 people that was on this channel and were participating on this stream. So I really like that. I really like the fact that I just able to grab you folks and just take you out of your comfort zone and just join me. And today, I really want you to also show your support to Biswa, because it is also his first live appearance. And I'm really excited about it. I know that he may be a bit nervous, so um, we are rooting for you, man. And what are we going to do today?
So, recently at Novo, I had a chance to integrate the Vercel integration for our Novo market, for our Novo project.
Mm-hmm.
So, basically, on the Vercel marketplace, they provide some sort of integration for different products, where the user, for like us, can just go to the marketplace and search for the product they are interested and just integrate into their own project in just couple of clicks. So it's
Mm-hmm.
sort of an easy onboarding for adding new sort of products to your own project. So I had a chance to create a similar one for the Nobu, and today we'll just go over through the process, like how I created it, and maybe like do a demo on for how you can add the Novo integration on your project. And if time permits, let's just do a dummy integration from scratch today.
Amazing. Yeah, that sounds great. I'm really excited. I was thinking, I mean, we working simultaneously on multiple things, and the Vercel integration was something that we actually Biswa did quite a while back already. I think it was a week or two ago. I completed it, and once he done it, I like, okay, you gotta go with me live on the stream and share how you did it and how was it. But again, on Fridays, on the last Friday, we actually started also a strap integration for Novo with David, who is also on in the chat right now. And yeah, and this is like really cool. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. I will be quiet for some time. It will be mainly Biswa who will share his screen. Feel free to ask questions every time there will be something, let's say, significant or something that could benefit everyone. I will just highlight this question on the screen and ask Biswa to address it. And yeah, and let's just do it.
So
Yeah.
like let's start with some like demo, like what the integration is exactly. So uh, it's, it's slow.
Yeah, it's probably because of the stream. Sometimes the stream is just consuming
Yeah.
also some bandwidth. By the way, how long it took kind of from start to end, like since you started to work on this?
Uh, I think it took a quite a long time because a lot of the like the integration is a long heavy task, but because of like we had a lot of feedback and discussion among like contributors and also internally in our core team, like how we can do it in a much better way, and also having a, like some sort of foundation where we can in future add
Yeah.
a integration to for like let's say in example in Heroku or maybe DigitalOcean.
Mm-hmm.
So creating the base fund like foundation was the key. So it took some time to like have this all these elements like to be polished out.
Mm-hmm.
But the Vercel integration itself, it was quite easy. I think the only part was that the documentation was not
Mm-hmm.
clear. That not clear, and it took me some time to just get it like how I can to like start the integration and what details I need. Then after
Mm-hmm.
like I figure it out like okay, I need this, I need that. Then after that it became just like very easy.
Got it. Got it. So, in the sense of what exactly kind of this integration will include. So, just again, give a quick overview. Novo is an open source notification infrastructure, and what part of it is going to go to Vercel's marketplace.
Yes, so like the screen like you are seeing here is saying demo Novo integration. So
Mm-hmm.
it's actually a like demo what I created while I was integrating the Vercel integration into our Novo.
Mm-hmm.
So and Vercel has this one reviewing process. So we have all I believe Dima has already submitted our integration to Vercel and they are reviewing it. Once it
Mm-hmm.
is approved, then it can be available on this here. So we can
Oh,
see
so
like
in
they
the
already
official marketplace, yeah. Mm-hmm.
yes. So in future we are going to see like Novo here. So it will be
Nice.
exciting. And
Nice.
so the basically the scope of the integration is if I like let's say I have couple of projects on my personal dashboard. Like I have posted some projects on the Vercel. So I want to add like few like I want to add the Novo integration to one of my projects. So I can come here and add integration,
Mm-hmm.
select my account. Then we have the option to say like add to all my projects that is hosted on the Vercel or like specific projects, like one of
Mm-hmm.
the projects which I want. So let's say I want to add into this commerce project. Then
Okay.
we'll just hit continue. It
Is it
will
a
ask.
project that you already have or not?
So it's a project like if you like go to the vercel.com. That's good. So you can see I have these two projects already hosted on Vercel.
On
So
Vercel.
if
Mm-hmm.
you have like any project, then it will show here on your dashboard. It will be like listed here.
Okay.
So I'm choosing this project to integrate Novo. So we'll come back to here, add integration.
Basically, it's a store, a demi store, that you're hosting on Vercel. Okay.
Yes. So upon like I can log in into my account, and upon logging into account, if you remember like in Novo, we have our own private like Novo API keys and Novo client identifier that we use to communicate with Novo to send like trigger messages and to show on the like front end the
Right.
the essential part of the like the API keys. So
Mm-hmm.
upon adding this, like if I sign in. So this just installs on my the project, the commerce one. If I you can see like it has updated just now, and we can check by like going to the settings, then in environment variables, and you can already see like it just added the API keys to here,
Mm-hmm.
and so this this helps to onboard like add the Novo to our current project. So
Mm-hmm.
now I can easily like go to my project's repository, just install the Novo SDK and use this same API like environment variable, and then I can just start working on.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this is the like whole flow of the integration that is I think all of the integration that is available on the Vercel. So
Mm-hmm.
generally they just you already if you don't have a account on the integration, it will ask you to create one, and you can just create one new account. Then it will go through the steps, and then they will just add the environment variables or some or other details that is necessary to run the uh, SDKs.
Okay.
Yes, so I think uh, we'll just create one from the scratch
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let me open my terminal.
Chat, just give me a notice that everything is visibly
Yeah,
good. If we need to make it bigger, I personally think that we could make it a bit bigger. So
okay.
can
I
you do that?
think how to
Yeah. Good. 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 I think it looks good.
reach first division. So I like I think we need to. Is it good?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait. Maybe. Yeah. I think now it's good.
Oh, good. So for this, we'll actually create a like one Next.js project here,
Yes.
and
Mm-hmm.
inside the Next.js project, we'll do our the dummy integration part, like where we'll talk to the Vercel API, get the Vercel access token, and, then list the projects like which we have on the dashboard,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe just add a couple of random environment variables to it also.
Good.
So let's get started. I'll go to the Next.js. I think.
By the way, why you use Next.js?
Well, actually, you can use any uh, uh, framework or library you want, like the UI library. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm using Next.js, but because it's more I'm familiar with and it's much more easy to me. You can totally use the normal CRAD app or maybe Svelte or Vue. You're totally fine with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, then we have already. Let's have to start this. Okay, so our next test is already running.
Mm-hmm.
Let me open the. So this is actually the docs, like how you can create an integration. So we'll be
Yes.
following this one to
Mm-hmm.
create one demo one. So you can read about it if you like. Anyone is interested to create their own integration sort of, so they can obviously come here and read about it, and maybe just follow me what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
So the
absolutely.
first step, yeah. So the first step will be to like go to the dashboard, the Vercel dashboard.
Mm-hmm.
Then up on the like navbar, you can see the integration section.
Yes.
Just go to there. There you will find a browse marketplace. That is the marketplace where the already published are there. So,
Mm-hmm.
but we are interested in the integration console.
Yes.
You have to create and just give it a name.
Meanwhile, quick question for the chat. Which framework do you guys prefer? Is it Next.js or is it something else? I would love to get Pawan's, Mitka's, David's opinions on this, and anyone else's. Oh, David really like Remix. We need to.
Yeah.
I think we need to do also a stream about Remix Showcase. Kind of why is it so cool?
Yeah, sure. I think I think he is also creating multiple projects in the remix. So
Yeah. David is one of their ambassadors. You need to ask them for payments, David.
we are just I'm just setting up the some default values for it, like additional information, like
Mm-hmm.
also showing something. Yeah. We need to add some image for it because it is required. So I'll just have a random, not 3 by 2. Okay, good.
Easy solution.
Yes, for now. So, like all I did here is it's not that important. Like you can do whichever you require, like however you want. But the
Mm-hmm.
main part is like this redirect URL. So this URL is the basically when we uh, actually create like click the add integration button and it
Mm-hmm.
open the Novoot sign in page, right? So
Can
basically
you
we need. Mhm.
Can you maybe also showcase how this is actually works on other integrations? So we just kind of could do also a live comparison with how it actually works with Novo and maybe MongoDB um, or anything else here.
Sure, like I think let's go with the MongoDB one.
Mm-hmm.
So add integration. So it will ask me to choose this one.
What project you would like to integrate? Yeah.
Let's do it on the all of the projects.
Mm-hmm.
Integration.
Yeah, and it's just sending you to this URL, which
Yes. So
is
this URL is the one that
right
we need to like put on the. Wait, wait, wait.
here.
Oh, yeah. So obviously we'll put our like it will be our.
Right.
mm, yeah.
Why we going with the local host, or is just
Uh,
for now?
it's for now because like we'll be doing live coding. So I am
Mm-hmm.
putting the my local server here. So once like we have finalized it and we can put our own website URL over there. So
Got it.
this is for only the development phase. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so this redirect URL will also add a like redirect. So we'll have this path.
So we'll have a direct route to another. Um,
Yes.
okay.
So when we click add integration, this page is going to be open. And here the API scopes, like if we want to add project environment variables, so we need to actually come here and select the read and write option, or else it won't work. Right? So I think we need some team access as well. Webhook URL, like in today's like in demo, we are not going over through this. This is some advanced stuff like for real time, all the stuff like you can get real time notification like if the deployment was created or it was successfully deployed. So in this demo, we are not going over this.
Mm-hmm.
Configuration URL will be the part like all if I've already let's say I've already integrated an integration, let's say
Mm-hmm.
logo, for example, and
Mm-hmm.
in future like I want to maybe switch organization or maybe change something in the configuration, maybe regenerate API keys. So
Mm-hmm.
this is where we'll give that configuration URL. Here we'll submit it.
Okay.
So think let me check once again. Yeah, I think we're good. Short description is required. Okay. Yes. Okay. Wide space integration
Yeah. Let's go with that description.
and overview description.
Oh,
Okay,
an overview as well.
I just copy that. Redirect should be did I add a wrong URL? Oh, I just forgot how to write HTTP. Wow. Right. So while it is creating, let's just go over the MongoDB.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Google. So like here it's asking like the MongoDB account that I
Organization.
want
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
use. Yeah. Continue. Acknowledge. So these are the like the databases I have on the MongoDB Atlas the environment. So
Yeah.
it's showing the some sort of all this maybe I don't know node practice. We'll upload it on the commerce.
Mm-hmm.
and just have it on the all of them. So it has integrated the MongoDB has been integrated, and we can verify from going to the any of the project, then environment variables. You can see added just now. So you just added the MongoDB URL, the database URL to our environment variables.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use this environment variables in the project and just start developing. Okay, it's still creating.
So what is the next step for it?
So I think the next step we can start coding now.
Mm-hmm.
So we did this part. We also
No.
selected the like API scopes to where we want to set the environment variables. We did that
And
one.
did we choose there something or not?
Yes, we selected the read and write option for the project environment variables,
Got it. Okay. Project environment
and
variables.
this is like we just skipped it for now.
Mm-hmm.
This also we skipped it, and let's get started.
Yeah.
So the first step like will be to actually call an API to the Vercel when the redirect URL that we have provided is open. So what will this will do is like it will actually give an access token to further use for the other API calls that we'll be doing in the future. Like we'll be, for the example, like we'll be setting the environment variables, like we'll be doing through the Vercel API. So we need the access token for it. So for that, we'll actually need to get one. Actually, let's get to the code. If I create a yes, Vercel. Request response. So we need the URL for it. So this is where like in the initial phase where I was integrating the Versa integration for our logo,
Mm-hmm.
it was a little bit confusing because it's all over the places. So I have to find the URL.
Wait, why? What did you say about the get access token? I mean, what we missing right now?
So yes, let's get back. So basically, like actually to set the environment variables, which we'll be doing in this demo. Uh,
Yeah.
we'll need to call an API of the Vercel. Like Vercel has an endpoint which we can call and set the environment variables as required. But to call it, like we actually need the access token from the Vercel API, and to
Got
get
it.
that, we actually need to call another Vercel API. So
Okay.
I think the URL. This will be the URL.
Mm-hmm. By the way, chat, did anyone beforehand manage to create integrations with any other kind of um, marketplaces and services like Vercel?
You are, let's do this one. It takes some computers.
What are you searching for right now?
So actually, I'm searching for the, the payload that I need to send to the Vercel API to get access to.
Mm-hmm.
So here you can see it's one, but it's not the right one. I'll do one thing. I'll better like copy, like reference the Novo integration of the API
Yeah, yeah, sure,
file,
sure.
because this was the only thing that was not clear in their documentation. Like we had to like dig into it, like very much to find the exact the uh, payload and all the things for the API.
By
So
the
I'll just
way,
copy.
maybe how long it took you kind of to solve this thing out?
I think it took me like a day or half, like to actually get the proper API all on the steps needed.
Mm.
So, and at the last stage, I actually found one example integration on the Vercel GitHub repository, and it was quite helpful for that.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like someone need to open a documentation issue.
Yeah, I mean it's there, but it's little bit hidden in the document sense. Like we'll have to dig into it to find it.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, so here we need to provide the same redirect URL that we had provided on the integration settings screen,
Mm-hmm.
and the client ID and client secret will get from the integration. Like
David
after
says
you have,
that your visual code team is really nice.
thank you. So yeah, so we actually need this one. Please don't copy.
Mm-hmm. Was it here the whole time? I don't remember it there.
No, no. So it actually it is it, it is actually comes up after we create one.
Oh,
So
okay, got it.
this is after the creation part. And these are a secret, so do not copy and use it.
Yeah, do not copy and use it. We do this all the time on these streams, kind of sharing our the secret APIs.
So I think will be and we have actually created the token. Actually, it will be I think
What?
there's yes. So we have actually created the function to get the access token.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are going to create the page, the redirect page, which will be like redirect once we create click on the add integration.
Mm-hmm.
Redirect.js. Uh, mixing initializing.
So how do you use this redirect function?
So actually, this will be one page, like one URL of our like the Next.js project.
Mm-hmm.
First, Next.js work like whatever name you give here, it
Right.
creates one URL for the same one.
Mm-hmm.
So here I'm just setting up the page right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually skip this one for now. I just render this one for now. You can see like I've
Okay,
written
we
that.
see it. Yeah, right.
So in here, like we'll actually call the API.
What exactly are we calling right now?
Um, I'm trying like here we'll actually call the that get Vercel access token function that we created.
Got it.
That's console. Why are you throwing error? Is called in function derived is not. Oh, sorry. Yep. First we need it capital. The React component name should be capital.
Mm,
think this should work. Well, actually, I'm using the next API function, so we actually can have it little bit different actually.
Mm-hmm.
API slash get person token. Uh, Add here the code.
What is this initiate Vercel setup function? Is it something that
So
we can find in the documentation as well or not?
no, this is the one that I'm creating to to help the to help to call the get Excel get Vercel token function. So this is the
Okay.
one like we are just creating because it need to be async and we need to
Mm-hmm.
await for it as well. So it helps to wrap it in the function and call it like this. I think we can also you can also print the code on the page uh, here as well to just see
Mm-hmm.
it. And well, I guess we can now test it. List.json is not a function. Okay. Hmm. Status the same. Yes, sir.
What's the problem now?
Well, I mixed one pivot here, one keyword.
Oh,
So
okay.
we can now actually test it. Let's go
Mm-hmm.
to the viewing. We'll click on the viewing marketplace.
Yeah.
I think the marketplace is slow today. So it works if I refresh it. Yes. So you can see like to its Vercel integration. We'll just proceed, continue our integration. You can see the code here.
Right. Nice. Nice.
So the first step is done.
Yeah.
Let's now proceed to, I think I inspect it here. It's on the other screen. Let me bring it back. How to bring it back on the brave? Uh, maybe. So the next step will be to use the access token and do that environment variables part. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll just proceed to that one.
It's only once we kind of have this in the marketplace, or is it kind of
Yes.
just once it's can be called?
So the the code here is it's actually one time use only.
Mm-hmm.
So if I like call with the same code again, it will throw an error.
Okay.
So and every time Vercel itself adds this part dynamically, so we don't have to bother with that one. We just need to just get from the URL and use it in the further processes.
Got it. Okay.
So I will need now for the set ANP. Let's just call it that one. I'll copy it from here. State the URL will be different. The URL will be actually before that we actually also need to get the list of the projects that the project I have the user selects on the onboarding screen. Like they can select all projects or maybe some of the projects they want. So we need to get that the list of the projects as well, and to get that, we have to create one another API.
Okay.
Let's just okay. The URL for this we have to search. Okay. It's V4 slash projects. I don't know why they are different person, like B2, B4, B9, but it works. Mm, we have authorization. And there I think we need replace the access token. So one thing that for the sake of the demo, we actually uh, getting the access token on the front end itself. But in
Mm-hmm.
the real environment, in the production environment, we should not expose the Vercel access token to the front end. It should be handled in the backend itself, which is what
Mm-hmm.
we are doing on the Novo. Like we are actually calling all this Vercel API in the backend itself. So all this data is not exposed to the real world, because this access token, all these are sensitive thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I think redirect will have a let's have a button page results. I create a function to like which upon clicking a button will press all the project list. And it was you will also need maybe let's take API docs.
So how do we overcome this?
So I think we only need the use access token only for now. So I think we can proceed. Dot access token. We can try to print on the screen the access token as well. Let's see if it works. Activation. Right. Let's have a deep.
So is it working?
I think it is not working. Let's check why. Let's put a console here as well. Okay, it's not calling this one. Let's prepare it. Where's the expected? Hmm, did I miss something here? Step. Yeah, get Vercel token. So, okay, I think this one is not getting printed. Why? Maybe doing some.
Do you think the problem with the name?
Don't know. Like it's not like calling the function as well. Yes. It's an error. Reservoir is not a function. Okay, some progress. because on the console, I don't know how to like on the Brave browser to merge the console here. But here I'm seeing like it's not calling the uh, API part.
Mm-hmm.
So let's set this export report. Okay, now it's calling the function. Like one say in the terminal we're getting
So wait,
invalid.
what did you do?
So the issue was that I forgot the default keyword here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
Oh.
it was not calling the function. Nice. Well, let's remove this one because it's calling multiple times, so that's why it's getting like that as well. So check again. Invalid plan authorization code is invalid. Okay, but why? Let's code. Code. Let's actually consolidate as well. I missed the dot. This will be dot code. This will be dot next. So instead, what it was doing, like it was actually giving the whole object. So we are getting this error. Now you can see we got some access token from the Vercel. So this is that. Like it's actually the access token that we received from the Vercel, and we can now use it to fetch project.
Mm-hmm.
And let's do one thing. I think I also missed the default keyword on the project as well. Now, which projects? Actually, yes, yes. Actually, let's just map over the projects part here for now. And updation input. Okay, let's check. Hmm. Application dot JSON. Okay, I think then the data is written from the API is something different. Let's console it. Well, I'm getting some sort of error here. Like it's saying, telling that it's missing the header. So might have missed it somewhere. This will be a beer token. Let's do one actually. Let's see. Well, we're still like using the access token, but it's on the error, like it's from the error that the access token is invalid. So that I'm not sure why it's invalid.
Can you generate another access token, maybe?
So it actually generates a new one every time I come to this page. So you can see this time is a new one.
And
And
when is it using the access token? Kind of in what stage?
so it's using while fetching for the projects. Actually, to like show on the screen. Let's do one thing. See, we're actually getting this forbidden. We don't have permission to access this resource. Maybe um, maybe I think we need to read. Yeah, account ID, all those things.
Well, at least it's a different error.
It's actually not an error now. It worked now.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
right.
let's use something that we can. So let's just show the email for now, maybe.
And what's yeah, what exact what data do we need from it?
So we actually need something like project ID.
Mm-hmm.
So the ID for what which will like project ID which will need to set the environment variable. So we need the ID. This here is the ID. Let's just print the ID for now. Project ID. Dot data dot projects. Okay. So yes, look forward to do this one. Well. It's lot of going back and forth for this thing. So the URL needs to be it slash it. For now, like we have to we'll just create some static API keys here, but in the production app, obviously we'll generate the API keys randomly and securely and pass those API keys to the project. But here, for the sake of it, we're doing some random one. I just copy it in our logo repository.
What is the final stage, kind of when the integration is semi-ready?
So the integration is now almost ready. After this environment variables, there is just one more step that is to just redirect to this next URL. So we're just almost there now. Okay, method will be post and We need to redirect this next. Hopefully this would work. Let's see. So DNV. We'll first fetch the projects. Now let's test. Identify is not defined. Okay. Identify. Identify. Okay. We have PNG value. Hopefully it worked. Now we can
Nice.
test it by
Let's test it. Let's test it.
functions, PNG variables, integration environment variables, and the value is
Nice.
env value.
Nice.
So the same one that the value, the key. Here it
So
is.
cool.
So that's how like you will create an integration. Hopefully they just make the documentation little bit much more easy. Like for example, the create env variables. If you see on the documentation, there is no way mentioned how you can pass the environment key. So this I had to figure it on my own. So basically, you will need to pass it like this, the values, which is missing on the documentation.
Well, first of all, it's definitely something that should be in the documentation, and it's
Yeah,
something that I believe that could be a good suggestion, just kind of as a side note. But yeah, that's so cool. I mean, could you also create an GitHub repo for it, kind of an example of
this
how it should look like?
like the exact code, this one that we just created
Yeah,
now.
yeah, all what we created. Uh, Maybe we
Yeah,
could even write a tutorial around it or something.
yeah, sure. I think that will be nice, and we can again add a little bit much more feature like the things we miss, like the webhook URL part that we skip over, and the
Hmm.
callback URL that we skipped over. We can add this
Right,
one as an
right.
example, and we can give it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I think it was great. I mean, it's always it's really intriguing and interesting to see how people think and how people solve problems kind of in real time. Um, and yeah, that's a skill. So hopefully you enjoyed your kind of first time being doing live coding. I don't know if you
yeah,
did.
like yes, yes, I like enjoyed it. Like to be honest, when I was starting, well, I was a little bit nervous. Like this is my first time I'm having a live appearance, but it over time it helped me. Like I was settling because one fact is because you it was with you. You are a familiar person to me, my friend. So it helped me to be a little bit less nervous and just focus on the live streaming as well.
I think you did really awesome, and I hope that you will agree to join on more live streams and kind of do other projects as well. But that's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
it's on you alone if you would like to.
yeah.
In
I think
chat,
that will be great. Yeah.
chat, if you have any questions right now for Biswa, or just show him your support and tell him how an amazing job he did, feel free to do so, because I know that it's really encouraging when you know that people kind of see and appreciate, or at least kind of out there rooting for you. So you did really awesome. I really enjoyed it. We probably will also post it on my YouTube channel, or on Novus. So I still kind of deciding on that. But yeah, do you have anything to add to the process? Maybe what is the right approach of um, approaching this kind of tasks, because I know that this sort of task, as well as the strap integration that we are currently working on with David, kind of a bit more casually, but again, those are things um, that takes a real that does a good impact for the product or for the project, and it's really good experience. So how would you suggest for other people who may encounter those kind of issues, or those kind of um, tasks to handle it?
Yeah, so the most of if you encounter something that is like for example, like I saw now the API documentation was not good, and so in that scenario, obviously it helps if you can try to search on the GitHub or maybe on the Google. You're able to find some already existing example code. If you already find it, then it's really good to help to just process with it. But in some scenarios, if you don't find it, so if it is an open source project, then it's obviously helpful, like to just go dive into the source code and find it yourself, or maybe just in the GitHub issue section, just create an issue and ask for help or something. But
Mm-hmm.
if it's closed source, then it becomes little bit difficult because you don't know how, like there's no information available, no, like not on the GitHub, not on the Google or Stack Overflow. In that scenario, maybe like try to think about it, like try different stuff. Like usually what happens, like usually the solution that I tried was, because usually we just send it in that stringify method as itself. So I tried the most common approach what it could be. So and it worked. But in some cases, if it doesn't work, then the best way in the scenarios will be just to write an email to their technical team and just move forward in those scenarios.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. All right. So, do you have, I mean, just a few more words about open source motion and open source communities in general? Kind of what drove you to even to start to contribute to open source, because that's how you actually stumbled upon Novu, and how it began for you.
So like yeah, like from the beginning itself, I really had this interest to contribute to the open source, because obviously it's a really good way to learn things, to network with really amazing people as well. It's a really benefit to someone who's starting out as a beginner, or maybe for seniors as well. Like open source is really a like really and like very integral and good part of your career you can make it from. And I started because obviously of this reason itself, because uh, it feels great if you create some component, let's say in the metal UI there is a bug, you fix it, they publish the new release and you are using it, the your code itself, it feels really great. And the first contribution, the proper contribution was from my side, was in the React strap. It was some sort of
Really?
the bootstrap wrapper for the React. So that was my first contribution to them. And I encountered bug in like in one of project I was using React stuff, and encountered one bug. So I just dived through the source code. I found the solution. I just created PR, and I think in a couple of
Nice.
months they release a new version. And in the office, I was telling you, see this, I fixed this one. This is my code. So it was really exciting part. And from there, it obviously I this little bit contribution here and there, and then I stumbled upon Novo.
Hmm.
So one colleague from my like previous company, he shared the link to Novo, and I started exploring it, how it is, and
Right.
found, I found couple of issues to work with it, and it just then just the momentum started. Uh, Starting with one issues, then just couple more, and just it went on.
Amazing, amazing. All right. So, really, again, thank you for coming. And I think it was a great session. And well, I really enjoyed it. And I believe that the audience enjoyed it as well. And it's something that, because it's also a recorded session, it probably will be in the internet for a while. So you can be proud of yourself as well. And yeah, and that's it. So thank you, Biswa, so much for coming. And thank
Thank
you for everyone who came to the stream, uh, who said hello, who was chatting with us a bit. Um, really, thank you so much. And see you on the next stream.